Warrior Basketball on Amityville Broadcasting Network.
This is the Warriors Basketball pregame show on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
As the season winds down, the Amityville boys basketball team looking to try to make a final push here and get themselves into the postseason. Today, they face off against a team that they've already beaten this year, the Sayville Golden Flashers, but now the stakes are higher than ever. This is the pregame show of the Amityville boys basketball team right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. I'm Matt Grice, joined by Aiden Fonsetto. It should be a real exciting game today. Aiden, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you, Mr. Grice?
I am doing great. It's been a full season, which is great. Last year, for the entire league, probably for the entire country, everything was cut short due to COVID. And even though this year has been very strange, given the fact that there have been multiple cancellations for basically every team in the league, including Amityville, they've been able to get through it. They're making up games, and we're going to have a full season. But just when you think maybe we're getting out of this COVID craze, last Saturday, Mother Nature has something else to say.
She did have something else to say with a big blizzard.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Hopefully everybody out there was able to get themselves shoveled out and was safe and sound. But we are back, and now we're back to business. This is where everything matters. Just so to let everybody know, in order to make the postseason, you have to finish with at least a 500 record. So let's take a quick look at where we are in the standings. So League 5, Kings Park right now currently has the best record. They have not lost in league play. They are 12-0 on the year, 18-0 overall. And if you remember, Kings Park was the team that ended the Warrior season last year in the modified postseason. Harbor Field's in second at 9-2. Third place, Half Hollow Hills West at 8-3. That's one of the Warriors' final four opponents. In fourth place, it's Rocky Point, who sit currently at 6-6. Amityville also has a game against them. Next after Rocky Point, in fifth place, your Amityville Warriors. Right now they are 4-6 in league play. With 4 games left, this means they have to win 3 out of 4 to make the postseason.
It's definitely possible for the Amityville Warriors. Sayville's going to be trying to stop them, but we're going to have to wait and see if they can. But they have to win 3 out of the 4 games to make it. It's going to be difficult, but it's 100% possible.
In sixth place is East Hampton at 3-7 in league play. Amityville has a game against them also. And then in seventh place, probably out of reach at this point for the playoffs. In fact, definitely out of reach because they've played more games. Amityville's opponent today, Sayville, who sits at 3-9 in league play and 5-12 on the season. So, before we talk about today's game, I think it's important to take a look back. And this is going to be the second of back-to-back games for the Amityville Warriors. Yesterday, Amityville had a bit of a road trip, traveled out to Southampton, and for 3 quarters, things were going pretty well. It was a very tight game, and then it started to fall apart, Aiden.
They had a 20-7 loss. They lost 20 points to the other team, and Amityville only got 7 points in the fourth quarter. They started to lose it. They stopped playing. They started getting tired, and they kind of messed up their game.
Yeah, just to give you a quick recap of that one. So Amityville trailed by 4 points after the first quarter. They put up 18, so a very good offensive quarter for them. They cut the deficit down to 2 going into the half. In the third quarter, they were trailing by 3 points. But as you mentioned, Aiden, and you're right, after giving up 20 points and only scoring 7 in the fourth, the Warriors end up falling to Southampton by a final of 70-54. So remember, that is a non-league game, so that actually doesn't hurt the Warriors when it comes down to trying to make the postseason. But what it does do, or at least you want to make sure you have to be on the lookout for, will it make them a little more tired today, which today's game is so much more important.
I think it could possibly make them tired, but they're all in shape. They all know what's on the line for them. It could give them a lot more pressure, but at the same time, it could be a huge mindset changer for some of these players.
So for the Warriors, despite the loss yesterday, they had a couple of key performances, and if they're going to win 3 out of their final 4 games and make the postseason, they're going to need a lot more out of the star of the Warriors from yesterday, Elijah Kennedy.
Elijah Kennedy put up 25 points yesterday against Southampton's. He had an amazing game. He did amazing for Amityville. They helped him. He helped them keep a close game. He had great defense, great offense. Amityville just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, Kennedy's been up and down. When he's hot, obviously it benefits the team. He has had a bunch of games this year scoring in double figures. Then he's had some contests in which he's gone quiet offensively, but he's somebody that you can trust with the ball in his hands. And coming off that big game, he's definitely going to have to step up again today. Hot beyond the arc also, 3 3-pointers for Kennedy in the contest yesterday afternoon. But again, it was not enough as the Warriors fall short to Southampton. Again, you're listening to the pregame show right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. Matt Grice, Aiden Fonsetto. Ludsbin's on the camera for us. Mr. Paul Cimino is making sure that we stay on the air, doing everything else we need. And we have a great basketball game coming up for you in just a short while as the Sayville Golden Flashes, they have arrived. They are starting their warm-ups. The official countdown to tip-off has now begun. So this game will start a little bit behind schedule. Looks like we're about 14 minutes, 30 seconds away from the tip. But I think we need to go into this Amityville team a little more. This was a team that lost a key player going into this season in Miles Goddard, who is playing college football now as a tight end and is really showing the athletic prowess that he has. But when he was here last year, and actually for the last 5 years, because he was on this Warrior team as an 8th grader, he was their #1 player. He was their leader, and he was quite a presence on the court. Amityville does not have that sort of dominant presence at this time, but they have a lot of good players and a lot of role players on this team. The question is it going to be enough? But one of the things that I think will help Amityville a lot is that they are getting back one of their senior guards in DJ Sinclair.
DJ Sinclair has been a big part of this team. He's showed the leadership that they need. He's showed the offensive defense that he needs. Amityville has to be happy that they have him back, and I think that he's going to be a big part of today's success.
Yeah, the question is going to be how much playing time does he get? So he's coming back from a pretty serious knee injury. So he has to get his legs under him. He has to get his timing under him. But certainly his presence, even off the court through most of this season as a senior and having a lot of experience going through some deep playoff runs, I'm sure has been a steadying force for this Warriors team that really for the first time in a long time finds themselves on the outside of the playoffs looking in as the season is winding down. So the pressure is at a level that has not been felt in the regular season in a long time. And if you're going to be a successful team, you have to be able to handle that pressure.
I think Amityville could definitely handle the pressure. They've done it before. They've won many championships, many states and country championships. They definitely thrive under pressure, and I think they definitely use the pressure to keep a good mindset today against Sayville.
So this team is probably very excited as they go down the stretch. 4 games remaining. They're all league games, and the Warriors must again win 3 out of 4. But you know who else is probably excited about today and what is to come? That's head coach of the Amityville Warriors, Coach Gordon Thomas, who our very own Aiden Fonsetto had a chance to sit down with just a few minutes ago.
Hi, I'm here with the Amityville Broadcasting Network. I'm Aiden Fonsetto. I'm here with Coach Thomas. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Aiden. Thank you.
So yesterday you guys played Southampton, close game through 3 quarters. They outscored you guys 20-7 in the 4th quarter. What went wrong?
Well, you know what? The one thing that I can say is I was great to see that we did compete for the first 3 quarters, and we were in the game. All of a sudden, we just like flatlined, and we started turning the ball over. We weren't protecting the ball, and we weren't playing defense. And when you play a good team like that, you got to play every possession hard throughout the game. 32 minutes, you got to play hard.
Today's the second game for the back-to-back games. How will that impact the minutes you hand out to try to keep your players fresh?
Well, you know what? Our guys are in shape. All right, we make sure of that, and you know, I push them as hard as we can. And you can kind of see when somebody's starting to, you know, lag. And I tell them, listen, let me know because we got guys that we can get in. All right, all right. So I feel that if guys go out there and just compete, bust their behinds, and they get tired, put your hand up and we'll get somebody else in.
Elijah Kennedy had 25 points last game. Was this his breakthrough game for him?
I hope so. I really do. I mean, he did. He played a fabulous game. Again, he actually was spitting his gut. That's what I always say. You go out there and you play hard. And he looked at me and said that he was tired. I brought him out of the game for like a minute and a half, and I got him back in, and he continued to do well. So I'm hoping that he'll do the same thing today, along with everybody else.
DJ Sinclair has been out this year. How much has his senior leadership been missed?
It's been missed a lot, but DJ's been attending practices lately, and we've been giving him some minutes. He'll play more today because he does bring in that leadership as a senior, and he's a good athlete too, so he'll be able to help us out. And what a perfect time for him to start getting ready. Hopefully we can, you know, we are going to make the playoffs.
You guys have already beaten Sayville this year. How does that win help you prepare for today?
You know what? I tell my guys, I don't care that we won before. You know, this is a new game. We can't go in there cocky and saying, oh, we beat them before, so we're going to beat them again. No, because these guys are going to prepare for us. They know that we need these games to go to the playoffs, so they're going to come in here playing hard, and we have to compete.
What are your keys to victory today?
My keys to victory are, one, competing. I tell my guys, give me 100% or close to it and fight hard because God forbid, if we do lose, at least you guys gave it your all. All right, you competed, you went down fighting. But we have to get the loose balls. We have to box out. We have to play D. All right, that's the one thing that really bugs me. It's like when there's a loose ball, we call them 50-50 balls. When it's on the floor and we don't dive and go get it, and other teams do. You know, we can't have that. We have to play the complete game.
All right, thank you, Coach Thomas.
Thank you, Aiden. You're doing a great job, man. All right.
So a clear message there from Coach Gordon Thomas is that even though this is the second of back-to-back games, this team's in shape. He's not worried about them getting tired. He wants to make sure that they put max effort out there.
He definitely wants them to stay safe. Health is the most important thing in basketball or in any sport in general. Health has to be your main priority.
Again, you are watching the Amityville Warriors boys basketball pregame show right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. Matt Grice, Aiden Fonsetto. Tip-off is about 8.5 minutes away, and we will have all the coverage for you here this afternoon. Again, for those of you just tuning in on this Thursday night, well, here's the deal. 4 games left, 3 wins and you're in. 2 wins, your season comes to a close. So let's talk about today's game a little bit. Amityville has actually played Sayville already this season and has had success against them. Back on January 11th, the Warriors went to Sayville and were able to get the victory, 71-63 on the road.
They had an amazing game. The first quarter started off a little slow with 7 points. Sayville had 14. Second quarter, they kind of stepped it up a little. They got 17. Sayville once again got 21. The third quarter is when everything changed and Amityville woke up. Amityville had 21 points, Sayville had 13. That is when they woke up and their offense said, we got to start scoring more. We got to outscore Sayville. So that's what they did. The fourth quarter, they had 26 points and Sayville only had 15. That was the last quarter of the game and they ended up winning 71-63. Kennedy had 20 points that game.
You know, what's kind of interesting is that game's blueprint was completely the opposite from what Amityville did yesterday against Southampton, right? Amityville got off to a slow start against Sayville and then finished up strong in the final 3 quarters, whereas yesterday, Amityville played very well in a very close game through 3 quarters and then did not finish up strong, which was ultimately the difference in the game. Kennedy was great in that game. He was great yesterday. You're right. I think he's going to have to be a key player for them today to step up and be great for them also. Eric Saunders also had 12 points for the Warriors in that game. Shai Lucas, Sherwin Johnson with 10 points. Christian Smiley with 10 points. So a really good job last time against Sayville, balancing out the offense and getting a lot of guys involved, which if you're going to be successful on a team that doesn't have the one superstar stud like a Miles Goddard, you need to have that balance.
100%. Balance is the key to winning a lot of games. Balance is a very hard thing to have, especially when you're under pressure like you are right now. Amityville has a lot of pressure on them, so they got to make sure they stay balanced, have a good mindset, and play the way that they played against Sayville last time.
Well, last time means nothing. You have to have a short memory when it comes to sports. And when you would ask Coach Thomas about this, he made that clear. Just because we beat these guys last time doesn't mean anything. And even though the standings look kind of ugly for Sayville at this point, 3-9 in the league, it was a pretty close game last time they played. And the Warriors really have no margin for error. With their schedule, on February 5th, they play Hills West. They are one of the best teams in the league at 8-3 right now. That's going to be a very hard game for Amityville to win. Then on February 7th, the Warriors play East Hampton. They're in the bottom 3 of League 5 right now, a game they have to have. And then their final game is on February 8th at Rocky Point. And again, Rocky Point right now is in the playoffs at 6-6. They are above Amityville in the standings. That's going to be a very good matchup on two very close teams. It's a game the Warriors have to have. So really, if you look at the schedule, Hills West is going to be their toughest challenge. If you want to get in, you have to make sure you win those other games, and that starts today against Sayville. So let's break down Sayville a little bit. Sayville is coming in off a win against Rocky Point, breaking a 4-game losing streak, and certainly they have to feel good about that.
They definitely do. They won 63-39. Rocky Point started off a little slow against against Sayville. They had 7, Sayville had 14. Then second quarter, Rocky Point stayed on the low with only 12 points. Sayville had 20. Third quarter is when Sayville broke through, and they fell apart. They only scored 16 points. Rocky only scored 4.
So a huge win, an upset win, and this is where Amityville has to be careful, right? So again, Rocky Point is actually above the Warriors in the standings. They are currently in the playoffs, and Sayville beat them pretty bad yesterday. So you might refer to this as one of those trap games, but I don't think we're going to see that today from the Warriors. I would be very surprised if they came out sluggish, especially how they finished off their last game yesterday against Southampton. They're home. There are fans here, although limited due to probably COVID and the weather and everything else. But they are on their home court. They know what the stakes are. They know Sayville's coming in off of a very big win. But right now, the Warriors have to show that they're for real. Amityville struggled lately. They've lost 3 out of 4 games coming into this one. But like I said before, short memory, right? It doesn't matter. You have to be able to come in and put all that aside and take care of business. And it's one possession, one quarter at a time. You can't worry about the other 3 games if you don't take care of business today.
Business should be this game should be their main priority. This is the only thing that should be on their mind right now. And if they keep this as the mindset, that nothing else from the past few games matters. They have to make sure that they get this win to make sure they still can make it to the playoffs.
Tip-off's coming up in just a few minutes here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. But before we take you to the opening tip, Warriors versus Golden Flashes. Aiden, what do you think needs to happen today in order for the Warriors to get a win?
I think they have to play aggressive, box out, get those rebounds. As Coach said earlier, when the ball goes out of bounds, they gotta leave it. They can't die for it. That's something that most teams do. Amityville does not want to do that today. That can affect their game. They got to make sure they play aggressive, and that's really the keys to the game.
And I think they will. I expect those 50-50 balls to be a battle. I think the Warriors are going to come charged and ready to go. Do the Golden Flashes have what it takes to stop them? Well, we're going to find out in just a moment. Tip-off next, right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s,
affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping, because when you talk, they hear you.
For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
First it was a blizzard, next came the fog. As the air starts to clear, the Warriors get back to business. The Amityville boys basketball team looks to bounce back after yesterday's road loss to Southampton. Back on friendly turf, the Warriors welcome in the Sayville Golden Flashes. After an impressive win in Sayville on January 11th, the stakes couldn't be higher today. With the playoffs on the line, Amityville needs 3 wins in their last 4. Will they get one step closer today, or will the Golden Flashes spoil the show? Find out now on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
This is Elijah. I am a shooting guard for the Amityville Warriors, and you're watching Warriors basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
It's time for Warriors basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And you just heard from Elijah Kennedy coming off a big game yesterday. 25 points in the Warrior loss. They're going to need him again today as we get set to bring you basketball between the Amityville Warriors and the Sayville Golden Flashes. Thanks so much for spending your Thursday evening here with us on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. I'm Matt Grice, joined by Aiden Fonsetto. And we are just moments away from tip-off here. This is a must-win game for the Amityville Warriors. Sayville is going to want to play spoiler, and we'll see if they can do it. The Warriors had an impressive win against them earlier in the season, about a month ago, a little under a month ago. But it doesn't matter now, as that's ancient history. And we talked before about how the Warriors, or rather the Golden Flashes, had an impressive win against Rocky Point just a couple of days ago. Your starters for the Sayville Golden Flashes come in 5-12 overall, 3-10 in League 5. Ryan Cunningham, Jeremy Brett, Anthony Contaldi, Reese Skelly, and Sam Verdone. Now we're going to take a look at the Amityville Warriors starting lineup. Elijah Kennedy, we mentioned the big game that he had the other day. Justin Thornton gets the start. He will be playing point guard for the Amityville Warriors. The sophomore, Christian Smiley, he'll be in the game for the Warriors to start things off. DJ Sinclair in the starting lineup. The fans here must love that. The Warriors very happy to have him back in the lineup. And Ulrich Farrier rounds out the starting 5 for Amityville as we were just a few minutes away. Head coach of the Warriors, Gordon Thomas. Assistant coach, George Johnson. Head coach for the Sayville Golden Flashes, Joe Harklerode, and assistant coach, Lou Lowe. Tip-off coming up in just a moment, but first we turn it over to the national anthem. Amityville 6-8 overall, 4-6 in the league, and right now, that's the number that matters the most. 4-6 Warriors have to finish at 500 in order to make the postseason. We've mentioned it before. This means they must win, Aiden, 3 of their final 4 games. Today is not a playoff game, but I have a feeling it's going to have a playoff atmosphere as we get set for tip.
I agree 100% because they have to have the mindset that this is definitely an important game for them. The mindset should be nothing else matters. Like, there's literally nothing. If they don't win the next 2 games, they're out. And that could be life-changing, if not college-changing. They could have D1 scholarships that could get ruined. You never know.
Well, that's pretty setting the stage pretty doom and gloom there. There's a lot of good players on here, and certainly this isn't everything. They are not mathematically eliminated if they lose today, but they would have to go 3 for 3 the rest of the way with a very tough opponent in Hills West as part of that docket. Sayville has come to the court. Amityville has their final cheer with their team. Now the starters gather up for one quick final words of wisdom, and we get set to get started as Christian Smiley will take the opening tip against Sam Verdone. Sam Verdone, a senior captain of the Sayville Golden Flashes. Smiley, the sophomore. The official checks with both sides. We're ready to go. Opening tip, and it is won by Sayville, but there's a loose ball on the floor very quickly, and immediately one of those 50-50 balls that Coach Thomas talked about. We get a jump ball, and possession to start off. Well, actually, it looks like they're just going to jump again. So we're just gonna start this over here. 4 seconds down. New jump ball, tip, and the Warriors have it. DJ Sinclair finds Smiley. Smiley, low baseline, up with the layup and good. A quick 2 points for the Warriors as they are up 2-0, 10 seconds into the contest. Sayville brings the ball up. Pressure from the Warrior guards. It's Brett. Brett, top of the key, hands it over to Young. Ball almost intercepted. 3-pointer doesn't go from Verdone. Loose ball in the paint. Pulled down by Contaldi, but the Warriors able to get the steal, and it will be Justin Thornton bringing the ball up for the Warriors. Finds Sinclair, left wing, in the paint with the jumper. It's Smiley off the back of the rim, bounces around, doesn't go. Loose ball in the paint, and the defensive board pulled down by Reese Skelly. Here come the Golden Flashes. It's Brett, right wing, looking for help. Bounce pass, a baseline down low, now kicked out to Skelly. Skelly puts up a 15-footer, rims around and drops to tie the game up at 2. Just under 7 to play here in the first quarter.
Great shot by Reese Skelly to tie the game up for Amityville.
Warriors have it. Thornton plays catch with Sinclair. Sinclair to Smiley. And here's a 3-pointer by Thornton, and he drills it. So the Warriors come out with authority. Thornton knocks down the tray, and it's 5-2 Amityville, 6:34 to go in the first quarter.
Sinclair set that up perfectly for Smiley. Smiley drilled that thing right in.
And we get a whistle and a timeout. I think that's a smart timeout from Sayville coach Joe Harklerode as the Warriors. That's a great way to start. You get some momentum. You get a quick 2 points from Christian Smiley, and then Justin Thornton comes out and just drills a 3-pointer from the near sideline, I should say. So Sayville definitely wanting to take a moment to slow things down.
Definitely a smart move by Sayville. They just need to slow down, as the coach is yelling at them right now to slow down and to breathe and make sure they got what it takes. He's giving them a boost of confidence.
It's kind of been a point guard by committee for the Amityville Warriors. Justin Thornton, now a junior, has taken the reins, especially having to step up with DJ Sinclair, missing a lot of time this year. Sayville inbounds the balls. 5-2 Warriors in front as we're just underway here in the first quarter. Here's a 3-pointer by Skelly. That doesn't go. And Smiley pulls down the rebound. Sayville pulls off the troops as Justin Thornton calls out a play. Gets it over to Farrier. Back to Thornton. Thornton dribbles from left to right. 3-pointer in the corner by Smiley, and he drills it. Back-to-back trays by the Warriors. First it was Thornton, then it was Smiley, and the Warriors up 8-2, just under 6 to play in the first quarter.
Smiley is drilling these three-pointers today.
And here's a turnover now, stolen away from Jeremy Brett. Warriors coming down the other side. Kennedy, he puts his first two on the board, and the Warriors take a 10-2 lead as they are now on a 8-0 run in the opening quarter of play. Let's see how Sayville responds. Pass, tipped, stolen by the Warriors. Smiley has it, loses the handle. Picked up by Sinclair. He dribbles, top of the key, sends it over to Farrier. Farrier puts up the tray. Off the rim, no good, and goes over the backboard out of bounds. So Sayville will take over, but the Warriors have the 10-2 lead, 5:22 to go in the opening quarter.
Very good start from Amityville. Right now they are in a great spot with the 10-2 lead. They're playing aggressive, which pretty sure is something that the coach said they need to do.
Ben Young in the game now for the Golden Flashes as Jeremy Brett mishandles the ball in the paint. Turnover. Here come the Warriors. 1-on-2. Smiley aggressively going to the basket and is able to draw the foul. Good job, though, by Sayville ensuring that Smiley is not able to hit the shot. But Christian Smiley will be the first person to hit the free throw line today. Warriors up 10-2, 5:07 to play, first quarter.
Very smart play by Christian Smiley. He drilled the foul in, and it worked. Very smart. Now he's got hopefully some free points.
The first free throw off the back of the rim and doesn't go. So miss at the charity stripe for Smiley. These are the points you don't want to let go. But I'll tell you what, that play all started because of aggressive defense, and the Warriors able to cause the turnover in the paint. Jeremy Brett was just overwhelmed by 3 white jerseys. And then the outlet pass to Christian Smiley, realizing that there was an opportunity. But I love the fact that despite Smiley being outnumbered 2-1, he drives to the basket hard and he draws the foul. Now he has to convert on his free throws.
Very smart play by Smiley. Let's see what he does. He's being very patient.
Christian Smiley last game. As that free throw doesn't go, Smiley had 8 points in the last game, but he misses both free throws there. And Sayville will now be led by point guard Ben Young. Sophomore guard gets it over. Cross-court ball bounces off the hands of Richie Carmody, and it's out of bounds. Another turnover for the Golden Flashes. The Warriors will take over with a 10-2 lead. 4:52 to go here in the first. Sinclair has it, top of the key, sends it over to Kennedy, left wing. Bounce pass, and we get a travel called. Looks like it's called on DJ Sinclair. So a turnover for Amityville. I believe that's their first turnover of the game. See if Sayville has an answer. Right now, Warriors in the midst of an 8-0 run. 2 3-pointers, first by Thornton, then Smiley, and then Kennedy with the easy lay-in. 2 missed free throws after that by Christian Smiley. Sayville throws a pass cross court intended for Jeremy Brett, but he is nowhere home, and the Warriors get the ball back. 10-2. 4:28 to go in the first quarter. Thornton inbounds the ball and then gets it right back from Sinclair. Top of the key, Thornton picks up his dribble, finds Sinclair right wing. Picks up his dribble, double teamed in the corner, and we get a foul as DJ Sinclair didn't like the aggressive play by Anthony Cantali and Jeremy Brett, but it's a foul on the floor as the foul is called on Jeremy Brett. So Sinclair will inbound the ball. Smiley has it, finds Farrier, top of the paint. Now it's back to Thornton. Kicked it out around the horn to Kennedy, dribbles once, tries to force a pass into the paint to Farrier, and it's stolen away. Turnover for the Warriors. Sayville has it back, trailing by 8. 4 minutes to play, opening quarter. Young has it, double teamed in the corner. Cross-court pass, it's Contaldi. He puts up the 3, that doesn't go. And the board pulled down by Sinclair. Sinclair outlet pass to Kennedy. Kennedy looks to take it himself. Up with the shot with the left hand. Doesn't go, but Elijah Kennedy able to draw the foul, and he will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Looks like they're double teaming Sinclair. It's a smart move from Sayville, but they're drawing more fouls, and fouls can cost them points, which is not good.
So the Warriors have been very disciplined to this point. No fouls as we've passed the halfway point of the first quarter. Kennedy hits the first free throw as we get a couple of substitutions. Entering the game now for Sayville, Christian Kent. Kennedy back to the free throw line now. 11-2, Warriors out in front. And he can't convert on the second free throw. Rebound pulled down by the Golden Flashes, and head coach wants to talk things over as Amityville up 11-2. They are on a 9-0 run. It could have been worse. 3 missed free throws in the last couple of minutes. But right now, the Warriors have a commanding lead to start this game.
I want to quickly take this time and say, buy some candy grams from Amityville. You guys can do $2 for teddy bears, $1 for chocolate, $1 for a heart lollipop. Thank you to the class of 2025 for the candy grams.
Definitely go out there and support these clubs. They do such great work here, and there's so many clubs that are doing things to enhance school spirit within the school, but also community service. It's been a couple years that, for the ages, Aiden, people probably want to forget. It's been very difficult. So the fact that our students here have done such an amazing job, and thank you to the support of all the teachers and the administrators who have been right there with us and have allowed us to push forward and allowed us to bring you this basketball game today. There are fans in the stands, Aiden, and from where we were just a year ago, that's got to be such a thrill for these players to have that opportunity to play in front of a home crowd.
Huge progress for the states, the countries. A lot of fans are coming back. All the sports are coming back. It's great for all around the world, honestly. It's not just America. It's all over the place. Just great for us.
So after the timeout, Sayville inbounds the ball, trailing 11-2 to Amityville. Ben Young trying to take it himself. It's stolen away by Farrier. Tips it ahead to Smiley from the left side and the right hand off the glass and good. 13-2. Warriors up in front with 3:25 remaining in the first quarter. Cross-court pass looked like it was going to land in our lap. It's Christian Kent picks up his dribble, looking for help. Bounce pass, low block. Verdone tries to throw a pass, and a good soccer kick by Justin Thornton, knocking it out of bounds. Sayville will retain possession. 19 on the shot clock, 3:13 on the game clock. Warriors with an early 11-point lead.
Great pass from Farrier to Smiley, and got the layup, made it in. Great start.
Carmody inbounds the ball, cross-court pass to Contaldi. Contaldi looking for Ryan Cunningham, and that ball goes out of bounds, and it looks like they're going to say last touch off a white jersey. So 3 seconds tick off the shot clock, 16 remaining, and Sayville will once again inbound it from the near sidelines. Three-pointer thrown in the air by Carmody. Doesn't go. Rebound fought for in the paint. Sayville has it. It's Sam Verdone with the offensive board, but the Warriors able to cause a turnover and get it right back. Amityville up 13-2, 2:49 to go, opening quarter. Thornton has it, hands it off to Sinclair, drives, baseline, kicks it out, wide open three, Kennedy, it's short, front rim won't go, rebound pulled down by Christian Smiley, and he puts it back for 2 more. 15-2, Warriors in front with 2:30 to go in the first quarter.
Great rebound by Smiley. Very smart play.
Verdone in the corner, puts up the three-pointer. It doesn't go, but DJ Sinclair crashes into him as he tries to block the shot, and they're going to call a foul on Sinclair. First foul of the game called on Amityville, but that will send Sam Verdone to the line for 3 free throws. And this is a key opportunity here, Aiden, for the Golden Flashes to slow things down and break this Warrior run, get some points on the board. First free throw, however, does not go for Verdone. You get a substitution, Justin Thornton. He'll step aside and take a breather. And entering the game for the first time for the Warriors, Sherwin Johnson. Second free throw, that doesn't go, and looks like everybody forgot that there were actually 3 free throws that needed to be taken, as that was a three-pointer. So we're going to do a third one, but right now Sam Verdone, who had a big game last time, 16 points a couple days ago in Sayville's win against Rocky Point, is 0 for 2 today from the charity stripe. Here's the third one. That one falls, so that will end the Warrior run. 13-0 Warrior run, and it comes to a close by a free throw, but you know, I would have to think Sayville's a little disappointed they're only able to convert one of those 3 free throws.
Amityville's doing everything that the coach told him to do. They're not taking 50-50s. They're playing aggressive. They're not drawing too many fouls. They did just draw one foul, but it's better than the past few games where they've drawn multiple fouls. Smart timeout by Sayville. They took the timeout. They're slowing things down, and they're getting back to the mind space that they need to be.
So with 2:16 to go in the opening quarter, the Warriors are doing exactly what they failed to do in their last game in the fourth quarter. They have come out strong. Again, Amityville losing a game that really doesn't hurt them in terms of playoff position yesterday against Southampton, but Amityville gives up 20 points in the fourth quarter and answers back with only 7 of their own. Clearly, the message from Coach Gordon Thomas to come out with max effort and be strong has gotten through. As Johnson takes over the point guard duties, picks up his dribble, passes right side Kennedy. Back to the right wing, Johnson dribbles once, Kennedy and Johnson playing catch. Johnson now dribbles right to left, sends it over to Farrier, 14 on the shot clock, tries to put up a shot in the paint. It's swatted away by Verdone, and Sayville takes it back. Warriors up 15-3. Cross-court pass, it's Cataldi. Cataldi, bounce pass now far side to Cunningham. He tries to force a pass down low. It's intercepted by Kennedy. Kennedy pushing the tempo, thinks about driving. Instead, forces a pass down low in the paint, loose ball, and it looks like the officials are going to say it is out of bounds. And last touch will be from a black and gold jersey. So the Warriors will have it underneath their own basket. It'll be Sherwin Johnson inbounding the ball with a 12-point lead. Johnson, Smiley up with the shot, off the glass, too strong, doesn't go. And the rebound pulled down by Reese Skelly. Skelly, cross-court bounce pass, finds Cataldi. Cataldi, left wing, gets it into the corner. Now it's top of the key. Shot put up by Verdone from 15 feet away. Rims around and doesn't fall. Full court pass to Smiley. That one, however, almost picked off. Smiley gets it back. Bounce pass underneath. Kennedy up with the shot from under the basket. That doesn't go. Good effort. And great hustle by Farrier to get down there to try to get the offensive board, but it goes out of bounds and Sayville gets it back. Warriors up 15-3, 60 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Skelly picks up his dribble, finds Carmudi in the corner, cross-court pass, it's Carntelli, up with the shot and in. 15-5, under a minute to play here in the opening quarter. Warriors out in front.
Sinclair is using amazing communication skills. He's telling everyone what to do. They're listening to him. Great teamwork from Amityville right here.
Warriors slowing the pace down here just a bit as Thornton passes it from the left wing. Top of the key, Sinclair picks up his dribble, finds Kennedy on the right side. Kennedy dribbles once, cross court, back to Thornton. Thornton drives in the lane, doesn't go. Rebound by Farrier. He goes up with the shot, hits it, and will get sent to the free throw line for a 3-point play. Warriors now up 17-5 with a chance to add on the bonus. 22.7 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Amityville is playing great right now. They are up by 12. They are playing smart. They're playing aggressive. They're 50-50 in the ball, just like the coach told them that they wanted to do. Sayville's got to step up.
So with 15 seconds left, Farrier unable to convert on the free throw. Skelly has it, under 10 seconds to play. Skelly needs help, gets it over to Cataldi. Cataldi dribbles from left to right around the world. Ball loose, stolen by the Warriors. 2 seconds left, we get a whistle as Sayville aggressively on defense tries to get the ball back one more time. But possession will go in favor of Amityville. They have 1.5 seconds to go the full length of the court. Johnson will inbound. Let's see who he gives it to. He gives it to Sinclair. Sinclair chucks it down the court, off the top of the backboard, and no good. So at the end of one quarter of play here from the Fred Williams Memorial Gymnasium, the Amityville Warriors all over the Sayville Golden Flashes, 17-5. Don't go anywhere. Second quarter action coming up right after this on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
Kids want to share what's going on in their lives with the adults around them. Parents, grandparents, teachers, coaches, and more. They want to know you're listening, and they want to listen to you. They want your input and guidance, early and often, on all kinds of topics. When it comes to a serious subject like underage drinking, they want to know your expectations, as well as how and why as a young person they should avoid alcohol. How you talk about it will change as your child grows, but the important thing is to talk about it. Not just once for an hour when you think the time is right, but in 60 one-minute conversations and more that are part of your everyday talks. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
This is Sherwin, point guard for the Amityville Warriors, and you're watching the Warriors basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And welcome back as we start quarter 2 from the Fred Williams Memorial Gymnasium. Sayville with the basketball trailing 17-5. Warriors putting on swarming defense. Sayville looking for an open shot. Can't seem to find one. 18 on the shot clock. Trapped in the corner. It's Skelly. Skelly looking for help. Loose ball on the floor. There's your 50-50 ball. It goes out of bounds, and possession will go in favor of the Warriors. Matt Grice, Aiden Fonsetto here with you on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. Aiden, that was exactly the effort that Coach Thomas spoke about in the pregame show.
It definitely was exactly the effort he was looking for. Not just the effort, the 50-50ing the ball. That is a huge key to winning today's game. It's exactly what Coach Thomas wanted to happen, and they're listening.
Guy Lucas in the game now. Here's a three-pointer by Kennedy, and he drills it. So Amityville picks up right where they started this game. Elijah Kennedy coming off a 25-point performance, drains the three, and the Warriors now lead 20-5, 7:15 to go until halftime. Bounce pass underneath, nice move with the right hand from under the basket. It's Richie Carmoody who gets the two. 20-7, Sayville trailing the Warriors.
Great move by Sayville. Definitely
three-pointer by Johnson in the corner. That doesn't go. Ball loose in the paint. Scramble for the rebound. Out of bounds. And Sayville will get the ball back. Warriors up 20-7.
Amityville's playing very passive. They're not playing aggressive to the point where they're like, we're going to jump and sacrifice them getting the ball. So they did get the ball, but
I agree. I think they've been intelligently aggressive. They've only committed one foul today so far. Sayville driving to the basket is Cataldi, and I guess I spoke too soon, Aiden, because let's see. Nope, they're going to call a foul on the Warriors. It's going to be a shooting foul. Christian Smiley called for the foul, so that will send Anthony Cataldi to the line. Last game against, nope, they're going to say not a shooting foul, so I take that back. Sayville will inbound under their own basket, trailing 20-7. It's Skelly looking to find some help, and he gets it in. Verdone with the basket, and Sayville answers right back. It's 20-9 as Shy Lucas charging to the basket, but they are going to call a charging foul on Shy Lucas. So Shy Lucas. And as a result, it'll be Sayville basketball. 29, Warriors with the lead, 6:29 to go until the half.
He was playing a little too aggressive there. We were just talking about how they're playing intelligently aggressive. That was a little too aggressive.
So it's up to the defense to know to plant their feet if you're going to try to draw that offensive foul. Many times the defenders will continue moving their feet to try to block the player's path to the basket, but that time smart play by Sayville drawing the offensive foul, and we get another whistle and another turnover for Sayville. So the Warriors get the ball right back. Coach Thomas was all over that right as the refs called it, and Warriors will inbound right in front of their own bench, far sideline. DJ Sinclair, bottom of the circle, in between the leg dribble, picks it up. Kennedy for three, off the backboard, no good. And we get looks like a loose ball foul under the basket. They're going to award possession to Sayville. And that foul called on Joshua Fig Stallings, who's just entered the game for the Warriors, looking for his first action. Fig Stallings had 5 points in yesterday's loss to Southampton. And Sayville brings the ball up the court. It's Brett in the paint, stolen away, and DJ Sinclair loses the handle. Out of bounds it goes. Good defense by Sayville, but before that point, it was another pass in the paint that Sayville could not handle, and the Warriors were able to steal away. Amityville up by 11. It's 20-9. 6:03 to go in the second quarter. Sayville tosses it into the backcourt. It's Ryan Cunningham. Cunningham, bottom of the circle, picked up his dribble. Pass all the way to the far baseline. Here's a three-pointer. It's short by Verdone. Warriors, fast break. Smiley from the left side, up with the shot, and good. Warriors, good vision to get that ball down the court. 22-9, 5:44 to go in the half.
Great pass from Sherwin to Smiley. Smiley does a great layup. Another turnover, it looks like.
Yeah, pass intercepted by Johnson. Warriors continue to have a good pace. Fig Stallings puts up the tray. That doesn't fall. Kennedy with the rebound, puts a shot up from the free throw line, and he's able to hit. 24-9 now. Warriors out in front, 5:22 to go in the first half.
Great teamwork from Amityville right now. They are playing very smart, intelligent. Looks like they're double teaming Cunningham.
Warriors playing inspired basketball. The effort is there. Cunningham has it cross court. It's Contaldi. Back to the top of the key to Cunningham. Dribbles in the paint. Pass tipped away. Good play by the Warriors. Here comes Smiley. 2-on-0. Takes it himself and slams it home. A crowd pleaser as the Warriors go up 26-9. 4:50 to go in the opening half.
It is great to have the fans back here. So loud, so awesome.
Sayville, let's see if they have an answer. Cunningham looking for help. Finds Brett on the low blocks, kicks it back out to Contaldi. Contaldi, top of the key in the paint, bounce pass down low, up with the shot, and in. Sam Verdone, 16 points in the last game as he's able to get another pair here. That ends a 6-0 run for the Warriors, and it is now 26-11, Amityville on top, 4:18 to go, opening half. Sinclair dribbles from left to right, and we get a whistle, and they're going to call. Looks like call a foul on it looks like Ryan Cunningham, and the Warriors will inbound it probably from about right in front of us here on press row, and just off to the right of where we are sitting. It will be DJ Sinclair. Calls out the play. Finds Sherwin Johnson. Johnson has it, bottom of the circle, slows down the pace now. He's guarded by Ben Young. Kennedy, left wing, thinks about a three. He's put a couple up already today. Back to Sinclair. Sinclair in the paint, up with the shot. It doesn't go, but he draws the foul and goes to the free throw line. You can see that left knee of Sinclair is all wrapped up, but it's good to see that he's able to be aggressive and drive to the basket on that knee.
It looks like there's he's put in the effort and he's put in a lot of work to get to where he is right now. After that knee injury, it was not fun. He was out for most of the season, but he's back when it counts, and he is doing an amazing job today. It looks like he didn't even get hurt.
Misses the first free throw. If there's one criticism I could say about Amityville, they have not been great from the free throw line today, as there's another miss by Sinclair. He's 0 for 2. Christian Smiley missed a pair earlier in the game. Ulrich Farrier missed a free throw earlier in the game, but the Warriors have been very strong everywhere else. As here's a turnover. It's Smiley down low, Kennedy, and he lays it up and in. 28-11, Warriors in front, 3:40 to go in the second quarter.
Great pass from Sherwin to Elijah.
Shot put up by Carmudi. Not a smart shot. That may have been tipped on the way up. Smiley slams it again on the outlet pass. He's pumped up, so is this crowd, and Sayville wants to talk things over as the Warriors have built up their biggest lead of the game. It's now 30-11 with 3:23 to go in the second quarter.
He is hyping up the crowd here in Amityville. Christian Smiley with 2 slam dunks. Those are both amazing shots. Sayville's got to get their head in the game. They are down by 19 points. It's not looking so good for Sayville, but you never know. They can always come back. There's always a comeback.
Christian Smiley leading both teams right now with 15 points. Last year as a freshman, Christian Smiley was on varsity and had a very good shot from beyond the arc, but you didn't really see him aggressively go to the basket. But one of the biggest changes that I see in Smiley this year. He's definitely put on some more weight, some more muscle, and you can see his confidence growing each and every game. He's expanding his game. He's not just an outside shooter. He's somebody that can drive to the basket. He can hit the jump shot, but what I really like is his awareness that when the Warriors get a turnover, he's off to the races, and he scored a lot of his points today on fast breaks where Amityville has gotten the ball down court to him. 30-11, Warriors out in front, 3:20 to go until the half. And the pass is tipped away by Fig Stallings. Here come the Warriors again. And Smiley goes up with the shot again. He thinks about dunking it and instead gives it the finger roll. 17 points for Smiley, 32 for the Warriors as they lead 32-11. 3 minutes to go. And Sayville does not have an answer. Ben Young looking for help. Gets it down low to Jeremy Brett. And we get contact. And it looks like they're going to call a foul on the Warriors, and that will that should not be a shooting foul, I would think. And it is not, as Reese Skelly looks to inbound under the basket.
Not a great foul. Not a great foul from Sherwin Johnson right there. It was not intentional, but it was still a foul, and looks like the fouls are starting to come in for Amityville. It's not the greatest time for fouls.
Warriors currently on a 6-0 run, their second 6-0 run of the game. They also had a 13-0 run earlier in the contest as Contaldi has it. He's in trouble, sends it far side. It's Skelly. Skelly trying to get around the double team. All white jerseys, nowhere to go. Jackson now has it in the corner. And another turnover. Fig Stallings passes it. Up ahead, Kennedy. Kennedy up with the shot with the left hand, rims around the basket and won't go. But Elijah Kennedy able to draw the foul. He'll go to the free throw line with the Warriors leading 32-11, 2:41 to go in the first half.
Another foul from Reese. It's another foul for Sayville. Sayville's fouls are way too much right now. They have 7 fouls. It's normal for a basketball game, but to me, it's a lot of fouls. What do you think?
Well, this is pretty typical, but you know, you get yourself into a bad situation with the fouls as Christian Smiley exits the game and he gets a nice round of applause from the stands. His teammates get up and give him a high five. Well deserved. 17 points for Christian Smiley. Kennedy did not convert on the first free throw. Reoccurring theme. And the second one doesn't go. So actually, I'm sorry, he did convert on the first free throw. Misses the second. So it is 33-11. Wild bounce pass. And off the bench, A.K. Orasajami, he's able to pull it down. Three-pointer from the corner, and Elijah Kennedy and this Warriors team cannot be stopped. 36-11 as we approach the 2-minute mark of the second quarter.
Amazing shot from Elijah Kennedy. He is having a game and a half. Is same with Mr.
Long two-pointer put up from the corner. Jackson well short, may have been tipped on the way up. Rebound pulled down by Johnson. Johnson behind the back pass over to Thornton, who's back in the game now for the Warriors. He finds Kennedy, baseline, up with the shot. The confidence brewing in Elijah Kennedy, and a foul is called, but this time they're going, actually it looks like they're gonna say Kennedy stepped on the baseline. Nope, it is a foul, I take it back. So an offensive foul called on Elijah Kennedy, but you have to appreciate the aggressiveness and the confidence that he's been showing to get to that basket.
He has grown a lot through the past few games. He started off not as aggressive, and then he's been getting more aggressive every game since. He's doing amazing.
Sayville just cannot get the ball up the court. Here comes Carmody in the paint, and you can hear the crowd's reaction there as they are going to call offensive foul. Warriors get the ball back again, 36-11 with 1:38 to play in the opening half. And I am very impressed with the Warriors' effort. Remember, Sayville, despite their record being 3-9 in league play, did knock off Rocky Point pretty convincingly a couple of days ago. Rocky Point, a very good team. So you can't take this Sayville team lightly, but Amityville looks like one of the better teams in the league right now with the way they're playing. The question is, can they sustain it as Fig Stallings finds Thornton. Thornton puts up the shot. That one won't go as he had a hand in his face. 1:22 to go. Sayville pushing the tempo. Far corner is Verdone. Verdone sends it back out to Skelly. Skelly right in front of the Warriors bench. Double teamed. Is able to get bounce pass cross court to Carmody. Down low, up with the shot with the right hand on the left side is Jackson. That doesn't go. Loose ball, and it's found by Justin Thornton. Thornton pushing the tempo, tries to get a bounce pass into AK, but it is intercepted by Sayville. Under a minute to go into the half. Skelly trying to take it himself. Now he looks for help and finds Jackson left side, who lays it up and in. 36-13, 45 seconds to go as the Warriors slow down the pace.
Looks like they're trying to play the clock out here. 40 seconds left.
Three-pointer from the corner. That won't go by Johnson, and the rebound pulled down by Sayville.
Sherwin using communications to Eli right here.
Shot clock turned off. Sayville will probably be looking for the last shot, although they have a lot more ground to make up. Nice pull-up jumper by Sam Verdone. 2-0 run now for Sayville as they still trail the Warriors 36-15. 10 seconds left in the half. Warriors looking for the last shot. Kennedy hands it off to Johnson, who gives it back to Thornton. 4 seconds left. Kennedy for three. No good, and the buzzer sounds, ending the first half of basketball. An impressive half of basketball for the Amityville Warriors as they take a commanding 36-15 lead into the half, but don't go anywhere. We're going to break this one down for you next on the Halftime Show, right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. I'm here to warn you about telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Some of these scammers may say threatening things like you will be arrested if you don't make payments or provide personal information. Do not fall for these tricks. These calls are not from us. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you for information or money. If you receive a call like this, hang up. Never give the caller your personal information, like your Social Security number or bank account, or send money in any form, cash, gift cards, wire transfers, or prepaid debit cards. Report the call to our law enforcement arm, the Office of the Inspector General, at oig.ssa.gov. Share this information with your friends and family.
If you are sick with COVID-19 or think you might have it, take steps to help protect other people from getting sick. Stay home except to get medical care. Call the doctor before visiting. Separate yourself from others who live with you. Wear a mask to protect others. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue and clean your hands right away. Avoid sharing items with other people in your home. This includes things like towels and bedding. Be sure dishes are washed in hot water or the dishwasher before anyone else uses them. Stay aware of how you feel. If you start to have difficulty breathing, or if you're worried about your health, call your doctor. For more tips, visit cdc.gov.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s,
affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping, because when you talk, they hear you.
For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Yes, hello, this is Coach Gordon Thomas from the Amityville Warriors basketball team, and you're listening to Warrior Basketball on Amityville Broadcasting Network.
This is the Warriors Basketball Halftime Show on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And it is halftime, and the Warriors have done everything right against Sayville as they lead 36-15 in a game that may not be mathematically a must-win, but it is truly a game the Warriors have to have if they want a realistic shot at the postseason. Thank you so much for spending your Thursday evening with us here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. I'm Matt Grice, joined by Aiden Fonsetto, and Amityville coming into this game. They were in a situation where, with 4 league games remaining, magic number 3 out of 4, that is a must. You must have a 500 record if you want to make the postseason, and the Warriors, that means they have to win 3 out of those last 4 games. They have a tough schedule ahead as they are playing Hills West, who is in 3rd place currently with an 8-3 league record. They have Rocky Point, they have East Hampton, and of course none of that really matters much unless they take care of business today against Sayville and Aiden. Certainly so far, they have done that job.
They certainly have. They are up by 21 points in the second quarter. Has just ended. We're in halftime. We're doing great so far at Amityville. Sayville is definitely having a decent game. Their offense and defense are asleep. They got to start waking up if they have a chance. If they definitely have a chance to still win and come back. But right now, the score is not showing that they are awake. Amityville is definitely awake. Smiley with 2 slam dunks. Almost 20 points in total. They're having streaks where they're going 10-0, 6-0. They had 2 6-0 streaks. They are doing an amazing game right now.
So let's actually break this one down, and you can see on the Warrior faces that they're coming around, shooting around before the second half starts. They're smiling, they're having fun, but I'm sure the message in the locker room during the half was make sure you keep your focus. So the Warriors, after really going flat in the 4th quarter yesterday against Southampton, have come out very strong today. Let's break this one down. The opening quarter, Christian Smiley with a very quick 2 points, and then the Warriors went to work. It was a 3-pointer by Justin Thornton, followed up by another 3-pointer by Christian Smiley, who led all scorers in the first half with 17 points. And then Elijah Kennedy, who led the Warriors with 25 points yesterday, he was able to get 3 points on the board. Then it was Smiley and Smiley again, and it's all smiles around as the Warriors go on a 13-0 run and take an early 2-0 lead. Sayville answers back with a brief 3-0 run of their own. Then it's back and forth a little bit. The first quarter comes to an end, and clearly at that point you could tell Sayville was having a very difficult time getting anything sustained on the offensive side of the ball.
Wow. They're leaving the crowd speechless. They're leaving the team speechless with this game. They just got to keep their focus, like coach is probably telling them. Make sure you stay focused. Make sure you don't let the score affect the way you're playing. Make sure you keep the score going. Just keep gaining those points. Don't let what you guys are doing and how good you guys are doing stop you from keep going.
So the second quarter begins as the first quarter ended. A lot of back and forth. Sayville was able to go on a mini 4-0 run led by Richie Carmody and Sam Verdone, who's probably been Sayville's best player to this point. But then the Warriors explode for a 6-0 run once again, led by their 2 offensive studs from this game, Christian Smiley with a pair of field goals, as well as Elijah Kennedy. Sayville's able to answer back. Sam Verdone again with a field goal, but then the Warriors close it out on a 10-0 run, giving up 4 points at the end of the half as Tamari Jackson was able to get a field goal, followed up by, once again, Sam Verdone. But at halftime, the Warriors have built up a very commanding 36-15 lead. The effort has been there. They've, as Coach talked about, as you've brought up several times today, they've been able to win those 50-50 balls. They have put on swarming defensive clinics today. And most importantly, their vision has been there. They've spread the ball around, and their best players have played like their best players.
they are definitely having players like Christian Smiley, someone that just came back from an injury, DJ Sinclair. He is having a game and a half. Elijah Kennedy is having a game and a half. They're all showing leadership, and they're showing what Amityville's basketball team is all about.
Aiden, what are your keys for the Warriors to hold on and close this one out?
I think that the keys of the game are to keep going with the 50-50s, play aggressive, make sure you keep a good mindset, stay focused, and don't let the score affect how you're playing.
Well, it's been an exciting game so far this evening. If you're a fan of the Amityville Warriors, for Sayville, we'll have to see if they can come back with some answers. But as the halftime show comes to a close, the Warriors have a 36-15 commanding lead, but don't go anywhere, as we have the second quarter of action coming up right here next on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
This is Sherwin, point guard for the Amityville Warriors, and you're watching the Warrior basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
2 quarters in the books, 1 half to go as the Amityville Warriors take on the Sayville Golden Flashes, but the Golden Flashes have all come from Amityville's side of the court today as the Warriors have a commanding 36-15 lead. Matt Grice, Aiden Ponsetto here with you on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. Ludsbin and Mr. Paul Cimino also helping us out today on the camera and also making sure that we stay on the air with you guys. But we are set for basketball here in the third quarter. It will be DJ Sinclair inbounding it to Justin Thornton. Also on the court for the Warriors, Ulrich Farrier, Elijah Kennedy, and Christian Smiley. Left wing, it's Thornton. Thornton dribbles once, gets it to the bottom of the circle over to Kennedy. Kennedy dribbles once, sends it left side. It's Sinclair. Sinclair drives in the lane, doesn't go, and Sayville gets the ball back. Reese Skelly has it. Sayville just trying to get the ball up to the front court. Now they're able to do so. It's Cataldi. Cataldi drives in the paint, up with the right hand, and he gets that shot to fall. So Sayville gets the first 2 points of the second half, but the Warriors still doubling him up 36-18, 7:20 to go in the third quarter.
What a game so far.
Down low in the paint, Smiley up with the shot, doesn't go. Loose ball now in the corner. There's your 50-50 ball. We get a whistle, and it looked like Farrier had it, but he had his foot on the baseline. So out of bounds is the call, and Sayville will inbound. Pressure by the Warriors, not making things easy on Sayville. Sam Verdone able to get it, and we're going to get a double dribble call. It'll be a turnover for the Golden Flashes, and the Warriors will take over, doubling up the Golden Flashes, 36-18. 1 minute gone by here in the third quarter.
What a...
Sinclair, right low block. Farrier spins around and lays it up and in. 38-18 as the Warriors answer right back.
Great shot by Sinclair.
Skelly has it, thinks about taking it himself. Instead, pulls back, bounce pass far left wing. Verdone, bottom of the circle, it's Cunningham. Cunningham dribbles to the left side, picks up his dribble. Bounce pass, shot by Verdone, off the far rim, too strong, and the Warriors pull down the rebound. 38-18, 6:18 to go, as a three-pointer is put up by Smiley. Doesn't go, but falls right in the hands of Ulrich Farrier, and we get a whistle and a foul on Sayville, so the Warriors will keep possession. Jeremy Brett called for the foul as DJ Sinclair calls out number 2, whatever that play is, and finds Kennedy, far baseline, looking for the three, spins around, gives himself some time and space, but the shot is an air ball, doesn't go. Sayville brings it back up the court. It's Cunningham. Cunningham to Skelly. Skelly drives in the lane, kicks it back out, thinking about the three was Verdone. Instead, top of the key, three-pointer Cunningham. And that one goes out of bounds, and it looks like Brett on the floor in some pain.
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, it looks like you don't want to speculate, but he's grabbing his left ankle, and you hope that he's okay on the play. Jeremy Brett, and they're going to say that the basket is good. So, but right now, obviously, we need to make sure that Jeremy Brett is okay. So the trainer and the head coach, they are out attending to him on the court. And, you know, this is a common thing in basketball when you're underneath and you're playing aggressive and you're playing the game the right way, which is exactly what Jeremy Brett was doing there. You know, sometimes you just come down wrong on that ankle as they pull him to his feet. He gets an applause from the fans here in attendance by both teams as well, and definitely walking very gingerly towards the bench as he tries to put some weight on it, and clearly he's unable to do that. So we send our best out to Jeremy Brett. Hopefully he's able to come back. We wish him a quick recovery. He's one of their key players here. 11 points and 5 free throws in the last contest. And it shows you that Jeremy Brett's one of those guys that's going to get to the free throw line. He's not afraid of being aggressive in the paint, but that time comes down hard on the ankle. So the Warriors take over 38-20, 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Warriors slowing things down. It's Sinclair, sends it to Smiley, right wing, down low, right block to Thornton. Back out to Smiley, puts up the three off the front of the rim, no good. Defensive board pulled down by Carmody. Warriors making it difficult. Here's the pass across to Reese Skelly, but he can't get to it. It goes out of bounds and almost hits us here on press row, and the Warriors will take it back. Justin Thornton inbounds right in front of us. Warriors in front, 38-20.
We're just glad we have a table here. If not, that would have hit us.
And you can see the leadership by Sinclair, calling out the plays, gets it down low to Ferrier, spins around, shot doesn't go. Smiley with the rebound in the paint, but loses the handle as it's stripped away. And now it will be Skelly over to Cunningham as the Flashes are able to get it up the court. Here's a shot put up too strong off the far rim by Verdone, and the Warriors take it back with an 18-point lead, just under 5 to play in the third quarter. Smiley, low left block, tries to kick it out to Kennedy. Pass not strong enough. Grab by Ryan Cunningham, gonna take it all the way, but instead passes it to Contaldi. Shot doesn't go, and Sinclair, what a heads-up play, grabbing it, trying to prevent it from going out of bounds, and throws it off a black jersey. But we'll have to see who the officials award the ball to. It looks like they're going to allow Sayville to keep it, and the crowd clearly does not like the call, but you have to appreciate not only the effort, but the awareness of Sinclair, knowing that he had to throw it off a black and gold jersey. Dangerous pass to the top of the key. Contaldi puts up the 10-footer, doesn't go, and in the end, it's Thornton with the rebound. Warrior possession anyway, with an 18-point lead, 4:34 to go in the third quarter.
Very smart play by Sinclair right there. Those at Sayville's team. Seems like they didn't
Kennedy drives left side baseline. We get a whistle and a foul on the floor. So Warriors will keep possession. Foul is called on Ryan Cunningham. So it'll be DJ Sinclair inbounding under his basket. Looking for a white jersey, tries to force it into Farrier. It's tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say Warriors get to keep the ball. Coach Thomas takes a long walk over from the bench. Wasn't happy with the execution of that play. Now it'll be Kennedy. He gets it into Smiley, sends it over to Farrier, who has it right wing. Back to Kennedy, bottom of the circle. Thornton with the ball, calls out the play, looks for the screen, gets it down low to Farrier. Farrier trying to dribble out of the traffic in the paint. Smiley puts up the three, air ball, and the rebound pulled down by Skelly. Here come the Golden Flashes. It's Contaldi. Contaldi tries to get a pass, and it goes off the leg of DJ Sinclair. I'll tell you what, that's maybe the second or third time this game that Sinclair has blocked a pass by kicking it out of bounds. Good defense, but Sayville will get to reestablish here as Ryan Cunningham has it. Guarded by Smiley. Cunningham picks up his dribble and finds Contaldi. Back to Cunningham, double teamed by Kennedy and Smiley. Down low in the paint, it's Skelly, and he tries to go up with the shot, and the officials are going to wave it off. It looks like they're going to say the foul occurred before the shot went up. So the foul is called on Justin Thornton, and Sayville will keep possession. They inbound under their own basket, trailing the Warriors by 18, 3:43 to go in the third quarter, and a timeout is called just before the inbound pass as Coach Joe Harklerode wants to talk things over. It's been kind of a slow start offensively for both teams here in the third quarter. We're halfway through the third quarter. Amityville only has one field goal to start things off. So maybe some flashes to how they ended the game last time. We noticed that during the half, Amityville was much looser out there during warm-up, smiling, having fun as they should. But I'm sure one of the things that Coach Thomas is telling them in the huddle right now is to keep that focus and put the nail in the coffin, put this team away, because this game is so important.
100%. He definitely wants them to stay focused and play their best. I just want to quickly wish my best for Jeremy Brett. He's getting checked out on the sideline.
We'll have to see if he's able to return, although he walked off pretty gingerly as we get a foul. Richie Carmody aggressively going towards the hoop. So a couple of quick fouls called on Amityville. Sayville will keep possession as they inbound under their own basket. Two in a row, two quick ones in a row by Thornton. Let's see if he stays in the game. Here's a three-pointer from the corner, and it rims around and won't go for Verdone. And rebound is pulled down by Thornton. He takes it himself, slows the pace down. Seems like Warriors have played better with the fast pace, but we'll see how they respond here. Right wing is Thornton, hands it off to Sinclair, pump fakes, steps back and drains the fadeaway shot. 40-20, the Warriors doubling up the Golden Flashes. 3:21 to go here in the third quarter. Here's a 15-footer from the baseline by Verdone. Doesn't go. Fast break pass intercepted, intended for Kennedy, but the ball is loose and Kennedy able to get it back. Finds Ulrich underneath. Now it's Smiley. Smiley up from the left side, and he puts in points number 18 and 19 for the Warriors. Amityville up 42-20, 2:54 to go in the third quarter. Here comes Skelly. Skelly picks up his dribble, finds Cunningham left side, double teamed, gets it over to Carmody in the corner, three-pointer, rolls around and finds the bottom of the net. So it'll be 42-23 now with 2:36 to go in the third quarter.
Great shot by Richie Carmody. Swished right in. They're playing more aggressive, Sayville. They
Thornton, top of the key, thinks about the three, instead hands it off to Kennedy. Three-pointer left wing, and he drills it. Elijah Kennedy with another tray, 45-23. 2:10 to go in the third.
Great shot by Elijah Kennedy.
Smiley with the steal and easily takes it himself and slams it home for the third time this evening. Warriors up 47-23, under 2 to play in the third quarter. Warriors with the double team, and it looks like we got an injury. Ryan Cunningham, I think he took a finger to the eye. The officials do the right thing and blow the play dead and make sure that Ryan Cunningham is okay, and as the timeout is called. So Sayville getting beat up a little bit here on the scoreboard, and also a couple of injuries. Ryan Cunningham shaken up on the play. Jeremy Brett still sitting on the edge of the bench. He's got his left foot elevated. I'm going to assume that his day is done, but right now, the Warriors, after a slow start to the third quarter, are able to go on a 6-0 run. It's answered back by the three-pointer from Richie Carmody, but then right away, another 5-0 run for Amityville. That run is currently active as the 30-second timeout has come to a close. Ryan Cunningham out of the game as he's getting looked at by the trainer. He's pointing to his left eye. He seems to be okay. Contaldi has it, finds Ben Young, left wing, picks up his dribble. Carmody thinks about the three, sends it cross court to Contaldi, dribbles in the paint, left, right block, shot doesn't go, able to get his own rebound, out to Verdone. Verdone drives, baseline, up with the shot, doesn't go. And a foul will be called, and Sam Verdone will go to the free throw line, where he has had a little trouble today. If you remember, he was fouled on a three-pointer earlier and only converted 1 out of 3 of those free throws. But these shots are shots that his team has to have with the clock stopped at 1:23 to go in the third. And this time, Verdone is able to convert, ending the Warriors' 5-0 run.
Quick little substitution. DJ Sinclair for Sherwin Johnson. Sherwin's also having a great game. So is Sinclair.
Second free throw doesn't go, and Fig Stallings also just in off the bench. He pulls down the defensive board. 47-24, Warriors in front, 1:15 to go, third quarter. Ball is tipped. Johnson has it, and they're going to call a travel. And I think they're going to call the travel on Kennedy. He's smiling. I think he knew it. And the ball there, but does it anyway. Turnover for the Warriors. A rare turnover, as you have to give credit. They have not committed many turnovers this afternoon.
They've committed more fouls than turnovers, which is normal, but it's kind of surprising. They haven't really fouled that much this game or had that many turnovers.
Young has it, trying to get the ball across the timeline. Contaldi able to do so. Top of the key, it's Young. Pass down low, right block, shot doesn't go. Rebound, pulled it down, that doesn't go. Kent trying to follow up, that won't go. And Joshua Fig Stallings, big body down in the paint, able to get the defensive board. 45 seconds to go. Kennedy looking to take it himself with the left hand. Shot falls short. Here comes Young. Good pressure, double team by the Warriors. And in an effort to get the ball across midcourt, Young steps out of bounds, and the Warriors will get the ball back. 47-24. Kennedy down on the floor. And Coach Thomas a little bit concerned. Now Coach Thomas goes out to check on his player. It looks like Kennedy's trying to stretch something out there. He's sitting on his backside and reaching for his toes on his left leg. And Coach Thomas now calls out the trainer to take a look. So you have to hope that it's not a muscle.
The crowd does not like that. They like how he's getting up, though.
Yeah, Kennedy having some trouble getting to the bench, and now Thomas and the trainer have to really help him off, as that left leg giving Kennedy a problem. So this is not what you want to see, especially in a game in which you have a big lead as the third quarter winds down. A lot of injuries today, but the first one belonging to the Warriors. We saw Jeremy Brett go out a little earlier. He's still sitting on the end of the bench with that ankle raised, the left ankle. Ryan Cunningham took a finger to the eye. He seems to be okay on the bench, but major concern as Elijah Kennedy appears to be in a lot of pain on the bench as the trainers are working on him. Christian Smiley has it over to Thornton in between the leg dribble, gets around a screen, finds Johnson. Johnson picks up his dribble, his pass, tipped and taken away by Contaldi. Contaldi looking to take it himself, but Justin Thornton says, I'll have none of that, as he finds Johnson. Looking for the alley-oop on the other end of Shai Lucas. He doesn't get it. It goes out of bounds. Good back and forth action here, but the Warriors don't convert, and Sayville takes over.
Looks like everyone's getting hyped. Once again, we're glad to have the crowd back. Amityville is definitely putting on a show for them.
47-24, 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sayville looking to get the last shot. Kent has it, trapped in the corner. Now it's Young, 4 seconds. Back over to Kent. Kent drives in the lane, up with the shot, bounces around the rim, won't go. And that is where the third quarter comes to a close. 47-24, Warriors with a commanding lead as we enter the final frame here in Amityville, New York. Don't go anywhere, as we'll bring you the conclusion of this one right after this on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. Not just one time, But every chance we get, that's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids not only need to know the dangers and how to avoid them, they need to hear it often from you. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids and guide them through the challenges of growing up safe and healthy. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
So talk back here. You can do it if you try.
This is Elijah. I am a shooting guard for the Amityville Warriors, and you're watching Warriors basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
3 quarters in the books, 1 to go here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. Matt Grice, Aiden Fonsetto, as the Warriors have a commanding 47-24 lead. The final 8 minutes is on the clock. Elijah Kennedy still on the sidelines being worked on by the trainer. I saw they had the massage gun out. Looks like his left calf. As here's a dangerous pass intercepted right off the bat by Shai Lucas, and he lays it up and in with ease, and the Warriors quickly put 2 more on the board. It's 49-24, 10 seconds in to the final quarter. Sayville has it, it's Young. Young finds Verdone in the corner, kicks it back out to Young. Right wing, dribbles left, dribbles right, throws a cross-court pass, it's Contaldi. Back to Young, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Young trying to drive in the lane through 3 tall white jerseys, and we get a foul on the floor. So good effort by Ben Young trying to create some offense. Smiley called for the foul, and possession will remain in the hands of the Golden Flashes. Flashes trailing 49-24, 30 seconds in to the 4th quarter. Contaldi, double teamed in the corner. Carmudi thinks about the 3. Now he dribbles in, picks it up, finds Contaldi. Contaldi back to Young. Young has it right wing. Bounce pass for Verdone near baseline. Gets it back to Young. Young takes it top of the key. Smiley kicks it away. Gets the steal. Fig Stallings has it. And down to the other end, it's Sherwin Johnson with the easy lay-in. The Warriors have been great on these fast break transitions, and they break the 50-point barrier. It's 51-24, and Sayville wants to talk things over.
50-50ing the ball just like they were supposed to do, just like their coach has been telling them to do. They're doing everything the coach said that they need, that the keys to the victory are, and they're definitely have a chance to pull off this victory. I want to quickly take a chance and say Happy Black History Month. So, Happy Black History Month.
It's going to be a nice event that the school hosts every single year. It's put on by the Amityville High School's Interact Club, and they always put on a fantastic performance right before the February break, so that'll be on February 18th. And guess what? We are going to live stream it right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network so that the community can join us and celebrate as Black History Month. It's not enough to tell the full story of what needs to be told. It's a start, and certainly we want to acknowledge that, and we look forward to that ceremony as the students do such a tremendous job every single year. But the students right now are doing a tremendous job on the court for Amityville as they are up 51-24, 6:52 to go in the final quarter of action here in a game that really the Warriors need to win. And barring a miracle, it's going to be very tough for Sayville to find a way to come back. But I think it's important for the Warriors to finish things off strong as Skelly has the ball, finds Verdone. Verdone tries to force a pass down low to Kent, and it's out of bounds. Warrior basketball. Play is called out by Justin Thornton, who is controlling the point guard duties right now. Johnson has it, playing catch with Thornton. Back and forth they go in between the circles. Now Thornton puts the ball on the floor. Back to Johnson, right wing, bounce pass, down low. Lucas loses the handle. Sayville able to get it back. Here comes Contaldi. Double team, picks up the dribble, gets it over to Jackson. Jackson driving to the basket, too strong off the backboard. Warriors taking it back the other way. Outlet pass to Lucas, and Lucas lays it up and in. That's his 4th points of the 4th quarter. It's now 53-24 as we approach the 6-minute mark. Skelly, double team, cross-court pass, Contaldi. Bounce pass, far sideline, it's Jackson. Behind the arc, here's a three-pointer drilled by Contaldi, so Sayville able to answer back and end the Warriors 6-0 run. But the Warriors still lead 53-27, 5:44 to go in the 4th quarter. Three-pointer now on the other end by Sherwin Johnson, and he answers right back for the Warriors. 56-27, 5.5 to go in the game.
Back-to-back three-pointers from both teams.
And there's a three on the other end now, and it's drilled by San Verdone. So, wow, what a three-point clinic. Teams just answering each other one after the other. But it might be a little too late. 56-30, Warriors still out in front. 5:10 to go. Another tray. This one rolls around and flushes itself down the toilet. Sherwin Johnson, back-to-back three-pointers for the Warriors. So Sayville gets some momentum, and Amityville takes it right back. 59-30. Here's a three on the other end. That won't go for Jackson, but a turnover, driving to the basket, hitting the shot, and drawing the foul, Anthony Contaldi. So he'll go to the charity stripe for a chance to complete the three-point play. 59-32. Good play by Contaldi. Any chance that Sayville has to win this game, it's probably going to have to be at the free throw line to get some points while the clock is not ticking. But it's quite a mountain to climb at this point. The bonus goes up, and Contaldi's able to hit it. 59-33. No press by the Golden Flashes. So to me, that's an acknowledgement of let's get out of here and wait for the next one. And we get a timeout by Amityville as Coach Thomas wants to talk things over on the sideline. Looks like Elijah Kennedy still sitting down on the floor trying to stretch out that leg. He's away from his teammates right now as they all gather around Coach Thomas. On the other side, we'll update you on the injuries. Jeremy Brett, he's still nursing that left ankle. And an ice pack over the left eye of Ryan Cunningham. So it's been a physical game, couple of injuries today.
Very aggressive.
You know, not a close game, but certainly for the Warriors, the exact type of game that they needed to show. Aiden, I think these final 4 minutes and 40 seconds are really important for the Warriors, even though they have the big lead, because of what's coming up next. 3 games of which they must win 2 if they want to make a return trip to the playoffs. And I think finishing up strong and feeling good about yourself goes a long way in carrying momentum into the next game.
It definitely does, because you have the feeling, if I win this game, that could be a road to winning another game. And that could be a road to winning the other game.
And that could set yourself up really well in the playoffs. A team that, you know, people started to question for a little while, do they have what it takes to get in? And listen, they still have a lot to go before they are in. But you're right. I think if you can do what you need to do and ride that momentum, Amityville could go into the playoffs as a dangerous team for some of those higher seeds. So let's see how the Warriors finish. They will have the ball after the timeout. 59-33. Fans getting into this one. 4:40 to go in the contest.
Man, it is good to have the fans back.
Johnson and Farrier play catch. Now it's sent over to Sinclair on the left side. He looks for the alley-oop to Farrier. Set play, and that doesn't work out. Sayville has the ball back. Carmody finds Contaldi. Back to Carmody. It's far side to Skelly. Skelly fakes the shot. Bounce pass down low to Kent. Loses the handle. Warriors able to come away with the steal. Sinclair, fast break. Left side, up with the right hand. Doesn't go, but he draws the foul, and that will send DJ Sinclair to the line. And again, if you're a Warrior fan, to see Sinclair able to drive to the basket with that force and push off with that left knee is a really good sign as he continues to get his basketball legs under him and get back to the form that he was at last year. First free throw hits the bottom of the net, not much else, but missing the rim in the process. No good. if there is one area in this game I think the Warriors could have done a little better up to this point, it's probably their play at the free throw line. Second free throw, rims around, also no good. Fight for the ball in the paint. Good hustle underneath by AK Orisajami just in the game. That doesn't go, but on the other end, 20-footer, that shot doesn't go, but what hustle by AK getting all the way back and pulling down that board. 59-33, under 4 to play. Here's a long three, strong off the far side of the rim, hits the top of the backboard, so that's out of bounds, and Sayville will take over, trailing 59-33 to the Warriors. Reese Skelly brings the ball up, left side, now dribbles, top of the key, drives in the lane from the low right block, and he's able to draw the foul. So Skelly takes the long route to the basket as a foul is called on AK Orisajinmi.
Looks more of a travel to me, but looks like they got a foul before the travel, so.
Smart foul, though, because you prevented Skelly from making the shot. Skelly does convert the first free throw. And it is now 59-34. Skelly looks to get the second. It's up, and he drains it.
Schuster had a substitution for Richie Carmudi.
59-35, approaching the 3.5-minute mark of the final quarter. Bottom of the circle, it's Sinclair. Sinclair dribbles right wing, picks up his dribble. Down low, Lucas. Lucas up with the shot, no good. AK aggressively goes up, and he draws the foul. So AK getting some minutes here down the stretch, and he goes to the free throw line looking for his first 2 points of the game. AK known as a defensive player, an aggressive player on the boards, a big body in there, but now he has a chance to add his name to the scorer sheet. First free throw is up, and off the back of the rim, no good, as his teammates all come over and gives him words of encouragement. Anthony Cataldi, who's played great for Sayville, he'll take a seat. Ben Young takes his spot. Kennedy back on the bench. That's a good sign for the Warriors, as the second free throw is also no good. More missed free throws for the Warriors, but they do still hold a commanding 59-35 lead with 3:11 to go. And now here's a steal by Shai Lucas. Lucas dives on the ball like he's recovering a fumble in the end zone. And a smart timeout call by Shai Lucas, so the Warriors will retain possession. There are a lot of plays that have occurred today where I am impressed, where the Warriors have shown awareness on the fast breaks. They've called the timeouts at the right time. They've limited their turnovers and their fouls. And when you do all those things, it's no surprise to see the scoreboard the way it currently is.
It's definitely impressive how they're playing. We came into the game thinking it would be a really close game. It's starting to look like it's not so close. But Sayville's definitely played a good game, but it's not over yet. There's still 3 minutes and 6 seconds, and Amityville can still play basketball.
So again, I think that the message has to be, listen, obviously this game is out of reach for the Golden Flashes at this point, but it's so important to finish up strong. Take all the good feeling and confidence that you've built up in this game and use it to carry over to the next game. As the ball is inbounded, AK has it, right wing. Here is Johnson for the three off the front of the rim, won't go. Loose ball, Johnson gets his own rebound. Cross-court pass to Farrier, drives in the paint, puts up the shot, rolls around and doesn't go. But a foul will be called, and that will send Ulrich Farrier to the free throw line. So he'll get to shoot a pair, and let's see if the Warriors can start to convert on these freebies. First free throw is up, and that one is drilled. So that ends a 5-0 run for Sayville. 60-35, Warriors in front by 25 points. Second free throw rims around, no good. Loose ball in the paint, pulled down by Jackson. Skelly brings the ball up, near sideline, looking for a seam, tries to take it himself. Now he kicks it back out to Schuster, who's in the contest. Back to the top of the key, it's Young. Young looking for help, finds Kent. Far side, Skelly. 15 on the shot clock, three-pointer put up by Young, drills it. Ben Young with the tray. It's now 60-38, Warriors in front, under 2.5 to play in the game. Left wing, down low, Lucas up with the shot, off the backboard and in, and he draws the foul. Shai Lucas goes to the line to try to complete the three-point play. 62-38, Warriors in front.
Shai Lucas and Sherwin Johnson having a little moment there with a hug before he hits the before he goes for the 3-point.
Lucas' free throw doesn't go. Loose ball in the paint and almost comes right over to us here. And the officials are going to award possession to the gold and black jerseys of the Golden Flashes. Inbounding right in front of us to our left, Reese Skelly. He finds Ben Young, who gives it right back to Skelly, right wing, double teamed. Bottom of the circle, it's Young, picks up his dribble, left wing, Jackson. Top of the key, sending it all the way around the horn. Now it's Skelly. Skelly has it. Good bounce pass to Jackson. Puts up the shot, front of the rim, bounces around, doesn't go. And the rebound pulled down by Lucas. Johnson pushing the tempo, kicks it out. Three-pointer, Farrier drilled it. Ulrich Farrier finds the bottom of the net from beyond the arc, and the Warriors go up 65-38 with 90 seconds left in the game. Young over to Skelly. Skelly with the long tray. Short rebound, aggressively pulled down by Jackson, and is able to draw the foul in the process.
By AK. AK's gotten a few fouls this game. 7 fouls for Amityville, 6 fouls for Sayville.
And that's his game. If you're going to get an offensive board with AK in the game, you're going to get punished a little bit down there. But Jackson able to get to the free throw line. He'll get to shoot a pair. First free throw doesn't go. Tamari Jackson a little upset with himself. Only had 1 point in the last contest. He's been better today. Puts up the second off the back of the rim, strong. And the Warriors coming back down the other end. It's Lucas with the easy lay-in as another Warrior sneaks past the defense for the fast break point, 67-38 with 65 seconds to go.
Great pass from Farrier to Lucas. Shai.
Young thinks about the three. Almost loses the handle out of bounds. Double team in the zone from Amityville. Other side, it's Skelly. Right wing, picks up his dribble, loses the handle, stolen away. Good defense by Farrier. Another fast break for the Warriors, and going for the dunk was Lucas, but it's off the back of the rim. The crowd liked it, but it doesn't find the bottom of the net. 67-38, Warriors still in front. Three-pointer, and it's drained by Tamari Jackson. 67-41, shot clock turned off. 23 seconds to go, and I'm going to imagine that at this point, the Warriors are going to hold on to the basketball, and that is exactly what it appears that they are doing. 12 seconds left. Johnson has it, bottom of the circle, and that will do it here from the Fred Williams Memorial Gymnasium. The Warriors needed a win desperately. They showed up to play today, and they get the win. Final score 67-41, but don't go anywhere. We will break this one down in the post-game show coming up next right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
If you are sick with COVID-19 or think you might have it, take steps to help protect other people from getting sick. Stay home except to get medical care. Call the doctor before visiting. Separate yourself from others who live with you. Wear a mask to protect others. Cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue and clean your hands right away. Avoid sharing items with other people in your home. This includes things like towels and bedding. Be sure dishes are washed in hot water or the dishwasher before anyone else uses them. Stay aware of how you feel. If you start to have difficulty breathing, or if you're worried about your health, call your doctor. For more tips, visit cdc.gov.
Yes, hello, this is Coach Gordon Thomas from the Amityville Warriors basketball team, and you're listening to Warrior Basketball on Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And welcome to the post-game edition of Warriors basketball here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. Matt Grice, Aiden Fonsetto. This was a fun game if you're a Warriors fan for Sayville. They were overmatched as the Warriors win this one 67-41 in a game that, well, let's face it, Amityville just had to have. We talked about it from the beginning. 4 games left coming into today, all league games, 3 out of 4. That's the magic number. You win 3 out of 4, you get to the postseason. You don't win 3 out of 4 or better, your season comes to an end. Well, the Warriors, Aiden, they took care of business today.
They did not want to lose this game. They put their whole hearts on the line. They put 100% into every play, every pass, and every shot. They played an amazing game, won by 26 points. That's really good.
And it all started immediately as Christian Smiley, who had himself a really big first half, starts the game with a quick 2 points within the first 10 seconds of the game. Sayville answers back. Reese Skelly, who you have to give him a lot of credit. He was trying to do everything today as a point guard, as a guy in the paint, defensively. He's able to get Sayville on the board to tie it up. But then the Warriors go on a 13-0 run. Back and forth it went. Quarter number 2 happens, and then the Warriors start to break it open. A 6-0 run led by Christian Smiley, followed by a 10-0 run led by Christian Smiley and Elijah Kennedy. And it goes into half, 36-15 at that point, Aiden. It seemed like the Warriors couldn't do anything wrong.
They definitely had the way that people were, they had the thought that Amityville was unstoppable. Then they started to slow down around the second and third quarter. Sometime during the fourth quarter, they started to take a slow course. They tried their best to keep it going in the fourth quarter. It didn't work out as well as everyone thought it would, but it was a good game.
So the Warriors did start a little slow in the fourth quarter. In fact, both teams did, at least offensively. But then in the blink of an eye, Warriors go on a 6-0 run, spreading the ball around, a lot of different players getting involved. It was Ulrich Farrier, followed by DJ Sinclair looking good on that knee, and then Christian Smiley adding to that. A good three-pointer to answer back by Richie Carmody. And then a 5-0 run for the Warriors. And basketball is a game of runs. We always say that. Then the Warriors go on a 6-0 run as they enter the fourth quarter. And then by that point, the game was out of hand. A little bit of back and forth action. But in the end, some of the subs came off the bench for the Warriors. Give credit to AK, who did a good job. Shai Lucas really getting the crowd excited as he came on strong and added some points here. And at the end of the day, Amityville showed up and did exactly what they had to do, getting the 67-41 victory. So let's take a look at the standings to see where the Warriors are at as they look to make it to the playoffs, something that a few weeks ago some people didn't think they would be able to do. So Amityville, with the win, improves to 7-10 overall, but that means nothing right now. What's most important is the Warriors improve to 5-6 in League 5 play. Sayville, meanwhile, falls to 5-13 overall, 3-10 in League 5 play. Here's what's up next for Amityville. They have a game on the 5th against Hills West. Hills West, 3rd place in League 5, a very good team at 8-3, although they've struggled in non-league play at 8-8. Then they play East Hampton on the 7th, and then follow that up the next day against Rocky Point, where they end their regular season stretch. That's on February 8th. The math is very simple, Aiden. You win 2 of those 3 games, and you're in.
That is definitely going to have a lot of pressure on Amityville. they definitely can still win. They definitely have a huge chance to make sure that they make it to the playoffs. It's going to be a lot of pressure, but Amityville Warriors basketball team strives under pressure.
Well, we thank you so much for joining us here today on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. The Warriors come back home after a disappointing loss and take care of business, doing exactly what they needed to do. 67-41 win over the Sayville Golden Flashes. 3 games left, win 2 of them, and you're in the playoffs, and we'll have to find out what happens. Thanks again for joining us. For Aiden Fonsetto, I'm Matt Grice. Warriors win 67-41. Good night.
Go to AmityvilleWarriors.com for upcoming broadcasts and events. This has been a presentation of Warriors Basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.